Hello, am I audible, ma'am? The course I asked.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Still, it is showing host disabled participant screen sharing. I'm unable to share my screen.
Sir, again you rejoined, sir. Actually, I gave you co-host option. Now it's not showing. Now check it, sir.
Now it's okay. Now it's okay. So, shall we start, ma'am, or shall we wait for some time?
Start, sir. They'll join, sir. Because again, we have to wind up by 4 p.m. No.
Okay, okay, no issue. So, so are you able to see my screen, now, ma'am? My screen is visible, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It is visible.
Oh, okay. In the last class, we were discussing about how to prepare the documents. How do we process the word? I mean, how do we process the text using LaTeX tool? So I have given some intuition about how the LaTeX works and what are different packages available in the LaTeX, and how we can import the images and how we can prepare the tables and how we can design the bibliography items, and how in the different environments also I have discussed, like enumerate environment to list out the items, and to list out you can also use the itemized environment. So these things I have discussed in the today class, and most of the times we will use these environments only, and I'm discussing the only the important things which we like frequently used in our document preparation. Okay, in the today class we will let us see the practical hands-on session how we can create the documents using LaTeX, and if the time permits we will also see we'll also show the how we can create the PPTs, presentation slides. The first and foremost thing you have to I already shared the links, the software which we required. Uh, the first and foremost, the software you should download is you're supposed to download MikTeX. Okay, I've already given the link, and I hope everybody has downloaded by this time. So you type MikTeX, MikTeX, MikTeX. So this is a LaTeX software. First you have to install on your standalone system. So go to the downloads. So go to the downloads here, and you select whichever operating system you are using. So I am using Windows, so I am trying to download this. So once you download this, so parallelly I am also downloading the another software which is called IDE, Integrated Development, where the user will write his code. I mean code in the sense that whatever the text you want to process. So it's a kind of it provides a user interface the where the end user can interact with this. This is called IDE. Such IDE, there are so many IDEs are there, but in the today class I am taking text maker. Okay, so type text maker. In the first URL itself you will get it. Once you download these two softwares, follow one after other. So first you are supposed to install MikTeX, and then you are supposed to install TextMaker. Okay. So if you follow the I mean the instruction which is there in the wizards, so you can easily install this. If you have any difficulties, please let me know. Okay. I hope I'm assuming that you already installed. It's very easy, pretty easy. So you already installed on your system. So let us proceed to the how we can design different documents using latex tool. If you see, uh,
Sir, please once send software link, sir.
I already shared with I mean coordinator. I mean this coordinator with anyhow you can download. I mean open the Google. You type MikTeX, MikTeX, MikTeX. So go to the download section. So you can see on my screen. I think are you able to see my screen? I mean in the web browser. Are you able to see that particular screen on my web browser? I opened the web browser and I'm showing. Still, are you seeing my PPT here? Audience, are you able to see my web browser? I mean, hello. Shall I proceed? So I hope you already installed these two softwares on your standard system. If you have any difficulty, so you can contact or you can send a mail, and it's very easy. Okay, you need not to worry. So I hope you already installed. So once you have installed, so now let us proceed how we can uh, develop, how we can create a latex files. Okay, latex documents. Suppose so once you have installed, so once you have installed, so there is a text maker. Just click on text maker. Click on the text maker. So this is how a text maker look like. It's an IDE. So you can also latex editor we can call. So this is how it look like. Okay. So then go to the open, or so directly you can create or you can take existing template also. Okay. So in this case, what I'm trying to do, so I'm trying to take existing template, open. So for the today demonstration purpose, I have created yes sample.tx. So this is a so let us say you go to the new also, go to the new, and it has created. If you see, the title is untitled. Okay, so then you copy paste. I will explain what is this code. If you see in the preamble part, I told you that the first and foremost is the document class. So slash document class. So what is the document class I'm showing here? It's an article. So as we have prepared, whenever you want to write a paper, I mean communicate a paper, journals or conference, the document class will be the article. I will discuss what are the different document classes. So this is the which type of document, and so everything should be enclosed within the begin and end document. So this is the begin document and this is the end document. So this is the main body. So here what I have written some text. Okay, I have written some blah 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 text. Okay, if you look at, I have written some blah 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 text. So this is a document class. The main thing is which is a document. So article is a document class here, and you have specified some options. Okay, the output should be in the A4 paper, and the main font size. The font size of my text should be 10 points. Okay, so it should the main font. Okay, so Here, yes. Here I will show one slide. So this will talk about so different document classes. Okay, there are so many different document classes are there. So one such thing, article is one document class, and another is a beamer. The beamer is another document. It's a class which we used for the creation of the presentations using latex. Okay, well. So I will stop this. Anyhow, it's already installed in my system, so it's of no use to install it again. So I mean, yes, here if you look at here, there are different documents. If you look at the beginning of any document is slash document class, and there are some what you call options. This is article. So article means, so for articles in the scientific journals and presentations or short reports, if you want any paper or if you want to communicate your paper to a conference or journal, it should be the article. Okay, usually. So like that, there are if you take IEEE publisher, if you take IEEE, so they will have their own document class like IEEE trans or IEEE conf. So they're different. I will show some sample. Okay, and like this, there is another important class, beamer. This beamer will help you to creating the presentations. Okay, or like this, there are, if you want to create the book, there is a book, and there is a thesis also there. If you want to prepare a thesis, there is a thesis class is also there. Okay, so there are different classes, but most of the times we will use the article document class. Okay, so so this is the article document class. Now, what I specified, this is article document class, and here I specified the output should be in the form of A4 size. It should be printable in the form of A4 size paper, and the font size should be 11 per main font. Okay, so now run quick build. If you see, so it is not yet saved. So what I can do, I have to save it. Okay, go to options and save some, so what you say, that it is sample.txt. I said it is sample. Yes, okay, I've created some. Now
Sir, your voice is not audible.
The voice is not audible, sir.
So unmute and
Sir?
select. Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Now audible, right? So in the document class, if I say that if I write slash begin itemize and slash end itemize, so I can write, I can list out the sum of the items using bullets like slash item. This is NIT Warangal. This is, and the next item I want to use, this is CSC department. The next item I want to list it on slash item. This is faculty room, faculty something text. Okay. Something, if you want, if you observe here, if you compile it, you see, so these items have get some bullets. So if you look at, there is error, so it's item, so I given wrong, it's item, right? Okay. It has thrown some error. Just run this button, quick build button. You see, so if you look at, the text comes like this. Okay, you see the text comes, this is NIT Warangal, this is CSC, this is faculty camp. Suppose if I don't want this bullets, then I should have some numbering, like this is, you can use enumerate. So same thing, same syntax, slash item, what are the item you want to, for which you want to get the numbering. So remove this slash end. So now, so there is a begin enumerate and slash end enumerate. So within this enumerate environment, I kept slash item. This is the same text I kept. If you see the numbers, if you look at here, you got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay, you got the numbers. So that's the difference between the enumerate and the itemized environment. You can also use nested within this. Suppose nested means within this slash begin, you can use enumerate. So like this, you can use like slash item faculty room 1 slash item faculty room 2, like this. What I'm trying here, I'm using nested enumerate environment within another. You see, you look at here, so like this. Okay, so like this, how, so this is the environment, this is the outer enumerate environment. Within this I have used this another enumerate environment. So like this, you can play the text. I mean, you can organize your text however you want, because this is how we can most of the times we will use when you want to dealing with the text. Okay, you can use a section and subsections and enumerate to list out some items. And suppose if you want to insert the suppose I have a introduction. If I say that this section talks about introduction of something, okay, some blah blah. If I insert slash new line, so what happened? If I insert the slash new line, so what will happen? The cursor will move to the next line and it will display. You see, if you want to insert a new line, if you look at here, so soon after
soon after the cursor comes here, it encounters slash new line command. The slash new line command will move the cursor to here. That is the reason this text is comes to the next line. Suppose if you want, what does it mean? That if you want to keep, if you want to move your cursor to the next line by stopping your printing up to till that point, and you want to move the cursor to the next line, you can use the slash new line. This is another important frequently used command in the text processing. Okay, slash new line. This is another important thing. So this is as far as text is concerned. As far as the text is concerned. So now let us talk about the how we can write the mathematical equations. How we can write the mathematical equations here. Suppose so as I told you that if you want to write any mathematical equation, what is the package you are supposed to. So all the packages should be in the preamble. What is the preamble? Before the begin document is the preamble. This is all the preamble. Okay, so you can use the preamble here. So slash use package. What is the package I want to use? AMS math. This is the basic package is required to write the equations inside your text. Okay, now slash hello. Would you like to, are you practicing parallelly, or shall I wait some time so that you will get, if you have any queries or if you have any facing any difficulties, I will address there itself, or can I go ahead with my movement with my own pace? Please respond. Okay, so because I'm going with my own pace, I don't know whether you are on the other side. I don't know what you are doing and all. That's hello. Continue. Okay, so it's very now if you want to use a mathematical equation, so slash begin and equation, you can set. If you type E, then you will get the slash means press enter, it automatically creates a block slash begin equation and slash end equation. That is the advantage with this IDEs. Okay, some portion of the code you need not write, this automatically generates. Enter. Okay, slash begin equation and slash end equation, this is generated. Now within this I have to write equations. This equation, okay, suppose I want to write a equation like this: a square plus b square plus c square, something like this. Okay, suppose if I shown here, you can write any complex equations. Okay, you can write any, but it takes some time. You require a lot of practice. Suppose I want to write this. Okay, I want to write this particular statement. I want to write it. Okay, so how can I write it? Suppose h11. Suppose h, that is suffix underscore. So 11. So you should, if suppose there are more, if it is only single one is there, it is enough to put in without curly braces. But as there are two ones are there, h suffix double one, so that is the reason I kept in the curly braces. So if you then h11 into what is the other statement which is there. Suppose something like this: y1 hy underscore 1 plus, so plus, you can write anything, h underscore 1 2 into y underscore 2. So like this, you type this. So what happened? Simple missing slash inside. Okay, there must be. It depends. So why the error came? Because in the equation environment, it won't allow the any. Hello? So in the equation environment, it won't allow the in empty places. If I keep this, so what happened in the earlier case? So I have given some blank place over here and a blank place over here. Okay, as a result, it has thrown some errors. Okay, so it has thrown some errors in some IDs, depending on ID. Okay, this ID is throwing error. Sometimes some IDs will, what it does during the processing, it will eliminate that, ignore that particular thing, and it will give the results. Okay, but next maker it is not there. So just run it and click it. So like this, you can write any equations. So I want to share one PDF which will talks about, which will give the list of all the, which will give the, which will list out all the mathematical symbols which you frequently use. So what is the corresponding latex code? It will show. Yes, I will show. Latex symbols. I will share it over mail. So some noise is coming, sir. I mean, on the other side, I request you mute your. So if you are able to see my screen, okay. So I have opened here. These are the list of the latex math symbol which we'll use. This document I will share with you, and here it will give the list of the sorry, mathematical symbols we will use. Okay. Suppose if you want to use alpha, what is the symbol? What is the equivalent latex code? Your slash alpha. If you want to use if you want to print alpha in your document, you have to use slash alpha, like this, slash beta, slash gamma. So like this you can use. If it is a predefined symbol, you are supposed to use. Suppose if I say that slash alpha ALPHA alpha. So as a result, if you see here, I didn't use the slash symbol. If you the forward, this back, what is it called, backslash or forwards. Here I didn't use the backslash because the backslash here I have used because backslash alpha means it's a predefined symbol like alpha, beta, gamma. There are some predefined symbol. For only for predefined symbol, you have to use alpha. So where H is not a predefined symbol, it's an alphabet. So that's why I didn't use here. Okay, so I am removing it. Now I have written slash alpha. Let us see what is the how it is. Slash it's alpha ALPHA. Okay, ALPHA alpha. So if you see in a document, it will display the alpha symbol. Yes, if you see that in the document alpha. Now I want to use alpha square plus beta square, alpha square plus beta square is gamma square. That is the equation I want to write. So if it alpha square, what is the square symbol? Slash alpha power cap symbol 2. It means it will display the a square. Means alpha square. It display the alpha square. Now I want to display the beta square. How can I display the beta square? Plus beta square slash beta. Beta is the predefined symbol slash beta cap and 2. So beta and equal to slash gamma. So if it is as it is as it is already there. So it's this ID will show those predefined mathematical symbols. Okay, slash gamma cap 2. Cap symbol or power symbol. It displays alpha square plus beta square is equal to gamma square. So, okay. So you can like this. You can by making of this PDF. What is the equivalent code for your latex? What is the equivalent latex corresponding code for the particular symbol? Once you get it from this PDF, just use this code in the inside your document to get deliver your required equation. Suppose there are so many symbols are there. Okay, alpha, beta. Suppose if you want to use the epsilon, slash epsilon for epsilon, slash lambda for lambda symbol, slash mu for the mu for the mu symbol, slash pi for the pi symbol. Hello, are you able to follow? Hello. 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 hello participants, I mean, are you able to follow me? I mean, so okay, bye. So this is how we can make how we can create the equation inside your document. Okay, so this PDF I will share with you. So with the help of this PDF, you can get the corresponding LaTeX equivalent code. I mean, code nothing but, I mean, how we can define in the LaTeX. Okay, so suppose if there is a Greek alpha there, so what is equivalent, how we can represent alpha in LaTeX / alpha, like this. You will have such kind of mappings. What is the usual letter and what is the corresponding code in the alpha in LaTeX. This document will very useful for the beginners, and make use of this, and you can search whatever the symbol you want to use in your mathematical equation in this, and by making use you can create any kind of equation. So most of the times we will use for squaring. I mean, suppose if you want to uppercase, I mean, if you want to use the power, cap is the power symbol, underscore is the suffix symbol. Okay. So this is how we can make use of, there are so many binary operation, less than, greater than, all these things are available. All these operators we can represent using inside the LaTeX. Okay. So this document I will share end of the class. Now we will talk about, now we will create a section, this section will talk about, this section, I am creating one section / section. This section is talk about to create equations. Okay, now this you know already. Okay, now just I want to, now let us see in the next section. So we will talk about how to import images. Okay, now once we created this section, just once you go through it, I will understand. So how can we create it? How can we import the images? Okay, so the /begin, so, and the figure. So the /begin figure, /begin figure. As I told you, it's a centering. This /centering will tells you that where do you, I mean, whether you want to align your figure in the center or left side or right side. Okay, by default it's a left alignment, and /include graphics, /include graphics, /include scale. So scale, so what is the height and width of figure? The scale means how do you want to, you want to get it in this case text width, I will say that text width, and this is the location of my figure. This is my location of the figure. Suppose I want to insert a figure. Suppose this is a figure I want to. So which figure I want to insert here? For demo purpose, I will take in. Yes. Suppose. So you want to import the image. Okay, suppose where is this file? What is the file? What is the file I am creating? It's a sample.txt. Where is this sample.txt? This sample.txt is in the LaTeX, in this folder. So this sample.txt file is in this. So that is the reason you have to paste that image here. So you have to paste that image over here. Okay. So then what is the name of the figure? pm-final.png. Okay. So that figure. Okay, this is the image. Now you have to copy this image name. Yes, the pm-final and go here in the #include graphics. So once you have #include text width, so this is the scale, and here you have to enter the figure name. So figure name is pm proposed number pm-final.png. This is not compulsory. Now run it. include graphics and slash include the control sequence of the end of this and slash begin figure. So if you want to use slash use package graphics, okay, I will so open IEEE transactions where conference. So then I'm opening another file. Here I use different equations. So we're talking about a figure, right? So figure. Include graph width and plot and EPS and caption. TXT, this is a how many sample data. I will here itself I will explain. Okay, if you look at here, if you want to insert a figure, so what is the syntax over here? Slash begin. You have to use a figure environment slash begin figure. This is the figure and the slash end figure. Okay, so and once this is for alignment, the centering means you have to keep your figure in the center alignment. And the next is if you want to import the figure, so slash include graphics. So what is the width? The width and height of your figure. So what is the width? Width is equal to 1 slash column width. What I'm specifying that my width of my figure should match with the column width. If it's the 2 column format, so it should match with the 2 column format. It is a single column. It should fix in the 2 column format like this. It means that whatever is the column width in that if it is 2 column, so your figure will adjust in the one side of the column. If it is not if it is not single, if it is only single side, it has only single column, so your figure will adjust inside only one column. Okay, that is mean by it. Width of your figure should adjust according to this. Okay, then what is the which figure? This is the figure name, and also you should remember that this figure wherever this figure is there, this figure and this .tx file should be in the same folder. Okay, now and then caption. What is the caption of your slash caption? What is the caption of your figure? And so this label, what is this slash label? This label will help you to later you can create the hyperlink. Suppose if I say that if I want to suppose the above, let me compile this. So active nodes are the WS. It's okay. This is this figure I'm talking about. If you see what is this width, what is how it is adjusting the width of the width of your figure is exactly is the width of your column as it is a 2 column format. So it is fixing in the one of the column. Okay, so like that it is mean by width is equal to 1 slash column. It means so if you and one more thing is it is aligned in the center. It is aligned in the center. So it is aligned in the center alignment. So another thing, what are these? These are called placing parameters. Okay. So what is mean by these placing parameters? You say that where these placing parameters, I kept a slide. Okay, these placing parameters. These placing place I kept in the previous class. Okay, so what is this HTPB? So these are placing parameters. So where H stands for here means you have to keep your figure in the same page itself. You have to keep your in the same place. Here if there is a possibility, you have to place. These are called HTPB. H means here, T means top, P means in the next page, B means bottom. These are placing means where should I place? Whether should I place in the same page or should I place my figure in the next page? If the place is available, where should I place my image? These parameters will specify the placing of your figure. Suppose if I don't specify, it is a B. B means if you see B, bottom of the page. Okay. If you see here, where is another figure? Some text I kept. You see, you look at image. Those two images. If you look at where is the figure one? The figure one is aligned. So figure one is kept in some page, but where the page is, if you look at where this figure is there, the bottom of the page. The bottom of this figure is placed in the bottom of the page. This is meant by B over here. That is when you specify B. When you specify B over here. Experimental. Yeah. This is meant by B over here. Okay, but the B means bottom of the page. If I say T, if I say small t, if you see, so what is the caption? Alive nodes for WSN1. Okay, that is the title caption by my page. If you see, so I think somewhere. Okay, so it means wherever it is the top means of the above, mean of the exactly off of the above. Sometimes it may be in the top region or near to the top. Okay, so it means if you change the position of the, if you see, by keeping, if you are changing those parameters, the position of your placing of your image will getting changed. If you observe earlier, this figure is at the bottom, now it is at the top. Like this, you can whatever HT here. H means here itself. The possibility is there, but it is very. H means here itself. Wherever your figure is there, you keep your figure there only. You keep your figure there only. So like this, you can place your figures wherever you want. Okay, that is the reason we will type HTPB. So HTP means first we are what I am telling to the latex. First you arrange, you keep my figure in the same place if possible. If it is not possible, keep my figure in the top of the page. If it is not possible, keep my page in the bottom of the page. If it is not possible, HTPB. P means page, next page, means you have to keep the image in the next page, means you are telling to the latex that where do you want to keep your figure. So this you should be familiar with. This is HTPB. So this exclamatory will tells you that if it is not possible at here, you go for the other options. So just like this, you can place. These are called placing parameters of your figure. Okay, HTPB. This is very, very important. Okay, you have to place in a proper position, so that which is close to the text which is describing this particular figure. Sometimes, otherwise, it's, if you suppose your figure is at the second page and you are talking about the figure in the third page, it doesn't make any sense. So that is the reason. So you should keep this. You have to play around these HTPB parameters, placing parameters, so that you should have a display. You should have this figure near to your the text which is describing about this particular figure in research papers. Okay. This is how we can make use of the figure environment to import the figures. Okay, and this is your figure name. Am I clear? Hello, am I clear, or shall I? If you have any queries, you can ask in how to import the images and all. Hello, audience. Okay, now we will see in the next, we will see how we can import the tables. Okay, tables are very easy. Suppose I want to import a particular table. How can you write the tables? Okay, you have to do the tabular environment. If you see here, you have written. Okay, I will explain this. So this particular algorithm also have written time complex. So we will see how we can import the tables. Okay, if you want to import the tables, so what simply you can do, so go to the Google and enter latex table generator. So once we click on latex table generator, suppose I want to create, suppose here one text is there. Okay, suppose in this I want my paper. Suppose I want to create a table like this. How there are it must be 2 columns and 10 rows. So 2 by 10. I want to get 2 columns and 10 rows. So what we can do? So whatever the text you want to create new table. How many? So rows will be 10 rows. Suppose for simplicity, 4 rows and columns will be 2. So then create it. Suppose you want to create it like this. Okay. So what you can do, you can take this like this attribute and copy paste here. It allows copy paste also. So here it's so this is attribute number, right? So Control C and attribute number. Attribute number. Here it is attribute name. It supports copy paste also. Simply take from the Word file and a copy name, and you can enter 1, and attribute name is age, 2 is gender, and third it is whatever you want. So and click on generate. So suppose you want to insert anything, if whatever the customizations you want to do, you can perform on this table and click on generate. It will generate the code, and that code you can copy paste in the latex file. Suppose if I want to apply, I want to get the columns, okay, apply the borders. If you look at borders, I'm applying the border, then generate the code. So now you say Control C, generate the code and paste in the, so wherever you want, suppose in this figure, near to this figure. Paste it, okay, like this. So like this we can import the table. We can import the table inside our text. Okay, if you see, so where is our table? If you see, this is my table. How? If you see, the table is placed in the left. The table is placed in the left alignment. Okay. So how can you keep in the center? So slash centering. Okay. So where is my table? I'm going to my, this is my table, and so go here and slash centering, right? Slash. So now your figure is in the aligned in the middle. By default is the left alignment. Now it is in the center of your page. Now, so another important thing I want to discuss over here is similar to the paging, what you call figure environment. Here also it will have HTPB parameters. Where HTPB. So what are these? These are the placing parameters similar to the your figure. So the figure and tables will have same placing parameters, like H means here, T means top, B means bottom, P means next page. So it means that, so where do you want to place your table? Whether you want to place the bottom of the page or top of the page or middle of the page or in the next page. Where do you want to place? Okay, if you say, let me that. If you see here, if you look at here, the figure position has been changed. Okay, suppose if I say that, if I kept, it is a B. So it will keep, the possibility is there, it will keep the table in the bottom. If you see now figure here, earlier the table was in this location, now the table is not here. Okay, maybe it goes down. If you see, where is this table? The bottom of the page. Okay, in the bottom region of the page. The page has come to this table as placed in the bottom of the page in the center alignment. Okay, so that is meant by centering and HTPB parameters. So these are common to the both paging environment and the table environment. So any more queries regarding as far as the table environment is concerned, figure environment is concerned? If this is done, I will go to the bibliography part. Yes. Any queries as far as this, both the shall I move to the bibliographic part? How we can? So in this case, I will show one example. So if you see that I have used two approaches. I told you in the last class I can use the two approaches. One is the bib item concept, another is a bib file concept. Here I am using second concept. It's very easy, and most of the time we will use this one. How we can use this bib item? So what I am telling here that slash bibliography. So what is the slash bibliography? It is saying the slash bibliography in the parenthesis we are specifying the bib file dot bib file. If you see, open. If you see here, what is this ICCE references? If you see, what is this if you look at here, audience, are you able to see my screen? I mean, audience, are you able to see my screen? What I'm showing on the screen? It's text editor and. Hello? This ICCC NT slash bibliography in the curly braces I entered ICCC NT references. What is this ICCC NT references? It is a .bib file which is as an extension of .bib file. We will talk about what is the contents of this .bib file soon. So the next followed by what I have written slash bibliography style. So what I have written, there are n number of styles are there. IEEE will follow one kind of style, Springer will follow one kind of style, and IET will follow different kind of style. And this style file is already will be provided with you. Okay, but most of the times we will use unsort, means so it won't do any sorting on your bibliography. Whichever is cite first, that reference comes first. Whichever is cite first, that reference will comes first in the reference section. It is meant by unsort. Okay. So if you're talking specifically about IEEE have its own reference style, bibliographic style. How do you, this bibliography style will be specified in the .bst file. .bst means bibliographic style file. Okay, this BST file will specify the what is the bibliographic style file used with different publishers. So the next line we have to specify which style we have to follow, slash bibliography, and usually we will follow unsort. Okay, we will, and some if you are using IEEE general format, we will use the IEEE trans. Okay, trans, like that it will have its own bibliographic files. Okay. So if you see what is the contents of this .bib file, if you open this .bib file, if you see, so there are some bib text items are there. Some bib text items are there. Okay, so remove all these things. So let us see this. How do we get this bib? So suppose if you know the title of that paper, thesis and all, so go to the Google Scholar. Go to the Google Scholar. Google Scholar, and the Google Scholar. How to get bib text? So in the .bib file, you will have bib text of a bibliotext of. If you type here, suppose I type something. This is a type. If I know, so if you click on this double quotes, so in the last you have bib text. So what is this bib text? If you click on this bib text, so you will get such information. Okay, slash at the article and who is the what is the title, what kind of, so all the bibliographic information related to particular article. So you simply copy it and paste over here. Simply take it and then paste over here. So paste over here. So like this, for any reference you have to do same procedure. Okay, for any procedure, for any paper you have to do the same procedure. Now once we have this bibliography item, how can we display? Okay, let us see how can we cite it. So this is a handle. This is the reference handle or bibliography handle. With the help of this handle, we can cite your paper inside the text. Okay, I closed it. Suppose if I say that, if you say here I specify slash cite. So what is the handle I am using? This one. If you observe, now run it. Now run it. Calm down. If you see here, there is a question mark. If you see there is a question mark. If you observe here, this particular above the references I have given cited on paper slash cite with some. If you see there is a question mark, means that reference paper bibliotext of that reference paper is kept in my .bib file, but still it is not reflected in my main paper .tex file. So how can I do it? So to do that, what you are supposed to do, this is the common steps when you want to use the .bib file as a reference method. Then what you can do, first you have to compile your .tex file. So this is my .tex file. So go here. So in this, instead of quick build, you have another option. First option is latex. First compile with the latex. So the process exits normally. Then once your latex is done, select PDF latex. Select the PDF latex. and run your text file, so exit normally, then use bib text, run with bib text to create references, then make index, then you run with asymptote. At last you run with asymptote. So first you have to run with what you call first you have to run with latex, then PDF latex, then bibtext, then make index. At the last you have to run with asymptote. Okay. So once you compile it, now at the last you have to use the quick build. At the last you have to use the quick build. Now quick build. If you see, still it is not reflected. Still it is not reflected. Means you didn't do process properly. Okay. So what can I do? So you have to do the same procedure. So sometimes it requires multiple times you have to perform the same operation to reflect in your file. Okay. That is the reason. So sometimes you may get it may be reflected in one go, but sometimes it requires more iterations and more times you have to perform the same thing. So now I'm running my text file with the PDF latex and then web text. Then I'm running with the make index. Now I'm running with process started and exit. Let's say okay. Now use the asymptote. Okay. Then at the last you use a quick build. If you see now so now it has come number 1. In the earlier the question mark was there. Now it has come as a 1 and only one reference, because in my bib file it has only, now it means that now your bib file is updated, because earlier it has multiple entries, but in as of now how many entries are there? Now it has only one entry, I think, because it has open my bib file, what ICCC entry references. If you open my reference file, bib file, it has only one entry. That is the reason it has given only one in the reference section. Okay, one in the references part. Okay. Similarly, as long as you don't suppose, even though if I have multiple entries in my bib file, if you don't cite them, if you don't cite within the paper, those references will not reflect in your reference section. That is very, very important. So if you have suppose if you have 100 entries, 100 entries related to 100 reference papers, but you have, out of them you have only cited 70 papers, then your reference section will have only 70 entries only. So that you must cite whatever the must cite, then only it will be reflected in the reference section. Okay. So when you want to do this process, when you want to use this .bib file, so what you are supposed to do, you have to create a separate file with the .bib extension. You have to copy paste all the bib text of all the your journal papers or conferences, this whatever whatever you want to reference in your paper. So you have to get its corresponding bib text and paste it in there. Okay. And with the help of the AND, you have to cite inside your paper. Once you cite all the paper, what you are supposed to do, you have to run your .txt file using first latex environment, and then you have to use bib latex. By using bib latex, you have to compile it. Then you have to use make index. By using make index, you have to compile your .text file. Then you have to use asymptote. At the last, you have to use the asymptote. By using asymptote, you have to compile your .txt file. Then at the last, you have to compile your .txt file using quick build. Then you will get your references will be reflected. Sometimes you have to perform this multiple times, because some as it happened in my case, in the first time it won't reflected in the paper, but in the second time when I perform the same task, carried out same task another time, the references has been reflected. Okay, it has been reflected in my paper, okay, inside my paper. This now we can make use of .bib file creating of what you call references in your text document or in your scientific journal and all. So this is how we can make use. Now let us see bib environment. Now let us open new. Open. We are not sure. So I open some sample. If you see here, the how the I'm compiling this file. So if you see, so here I'm using the first approach. That means the bibliography bib item approach. In the bib item approach, so if you see, so what is the reference over here? This references. So how these references came? So I've generated the references by using /bib item /begin. So how do I use /begin? The bibliography you have to do it within the /begin in the bibliography environment. /begin the bibliography and /bib item. Suppose I want to list another item. So what should I do? /bib item /bib item. Suppose I want to get some paper. So in this case, so the same paper I want to cite. What you can do? You go cite, use cite symbol and copy any one of this. So this I want to MLA. So this you can copy it. You can copy this style, Harvard style or MLA style or APA style, Chicago. There are different styles of there, and in the paste over here and paste it. You see, now compile it. So in the earlier case, we have to compile with the different ways. Like first, we have to compile with the LaTeX, then you have to compile with the PDF LaTeX, then with the BibTeX, then make index, then at the last asymptote, then at the last you have to compile with the quick build. Okay, but in this case, directly you can run with the quick build to generate the references. Okay, if you look at, I got second reference. So if you clearly observe that, whether you clearly observe, but if you observe clearly what happened in case of bib item, in case of in the earlier approach, .bib file approach, even though there are many entries, as long as you don't cite, those entry will not reflect in your references. But in this case, look at, I didn't cite this paper anywhere. I didn't cite this paper anywhere. I mean, this essay it is 2. I didn't cite this paper anywhere inside my paper, but still it has come in my reference section. So this is one drawback. Okay. So you should be very careful. Okay. And suppose if you want to, how do you cite? You know how to cite the papers. So suppose if I want to cite, we cite it, the go section and /cite. I want to cite my second paper. So what is the handle for the second paper? This is the handle. So 2 is the handle. Suppose it cannot be 2. Okay, create any 2. This is the handle. Okay. I'm using because you don't get it. So now let us compile it. Okay. Using quick build option. You see, the authors would like to thank. So I cited here, but it is not the build again. Now see. Now you got it 2 now, because sometimes you have to do multiple times. You have to run quick build multiple times. Here you need not to compile your file with the different options. The first option is LaTeX and PDF LaTeX and bib LaTeX and make index option and asymptote. You should not compile your text file with this many options. But once you compile it with the, what is the advantage over the .bib file is once you compile it, once you generate the .bbl file, if you see. Look at open, if I say that. So once it has generated indexes, so when you are compiling, once it has generated indexes, so in the next time it becomes very easy for the author to cite those references. But in case of bib item, even though whether you cite that paper or not in the respective part of your document, but still it will be available in your reference section. Okay, you can use any of the approach whichever you feel comfortable. Okay, but most of the time we will use the .bib file approach. This is also very easy, but it has some limitations. This is as far as how we can cite the references. So now let us take a few minutes. We will discuss on the how we can now we have seen how can you create a document, and within the document how can you create the section, subsection, how can we create the items. I mean, how can you create the items, item with the numbers, how can we import the figures, how can we create the tables, how can we do the bibliographic item, how can we list out the references, okay, how can we list out the references which are used in our document. Okay, we have used two approach, one is bib item and another is .bib file approach. So with this is sufficient, and also I discussed about how to write the mathematical equations, and I had one PDF document that will tells you about what is the equivalent latex symbol in the latex. What is the equivalent symbol for a general symbol? So there is alpha. What is the equivalent symbol? We have to, how do we denote alpha in a latex? Slash alpha, slash beta, like that. Okay? That corresponding one-to-one mapping of all the mathematical symbols are, how do we represent mathematics in latex? That list is that I will share with you. So that is as far as the documents is concerned. Let me take few minutes on the how we can create the presentations by making use of latex. So as I told you that if you whatever we have discussed, what is the document class? The document class is article. If you want to create, what you call presentation, the document class will be document class will be, what is the document class? The document class is the beamer. Open. So I created beamer demo. Okay, I created. If you see, if you observe here, what is the document class over here? Beamer. In the earlier case, what is the document class? Article. And so there are some predefined themes. If you are creating your Microsoft Word, Microsoft PPT, there are different themes are there. Right? Like this, here also there exist different predefined themes are there. So one such theme is Bodilla. So I am using that theme. So there are so many themes that those themes have already shared in the PPT. So you can make use of any of those themes, and you can customize these themes according to your taste also. Okay. Now let us see. If I compile it. So this is how a presentation look like. Okay, the PPT has been created. Okay, slide size, one slide is created. In this slide, it has some your author name and all. Suppose if you say, so who is creating? Suppose what is the title of the presentation? Okay, title of the presentation is title of the demo. Latex. Okay, so what is the subtitle using Beamer? Okay, author. You can say these are optional. You can, if you want, you can keep inside a presentation doc. Stored and so affiliation. Yeah, the date is slash today means whatever the date is today. So whenever you compile on the compilation day, which whatever is the date, it will be reflected. You need not specify explicitly. Okay. So if you see that this is a title and this is subtitle, and who is the owner of, who is creating, who is the author, and his affiliation, and the date on which date the presentation has been created. Okay. So if you observe here, this is the preamble part. Okay, this is okay. Now what is document class? Beamer, and earlier we have used article class. Now, so every document should begin with and enclose the begin and end documents. So whether it is a presentation, whether it's a thesis, whether it should be enclosed within the content of your thing should be enclosed within the document environment. So slash begin environment, and this is slash end environment. This we know already. So how do we create the frames? Okay, if you want to create the frame, so there is a slash begin frame followed by slash end frame. So that will create a frame. Okay, suppose I have created slash. If you want to create a new frame, slash begin frame. So slash end frame. So this is frame. See, this is an empty frame. Some text you can put it. So suppose you can write slash begin. You can use all those things. What are the stuff you will enumerate slash begin. Enumerate. You can use the equation slash item case 1 slash item case 2. All those stuffs. Okay, so you can run it. You can whatever the things we have used in the earlier, those concept like enumerate environment, itemize environment, and equations and figures and tables, and everything is applicable here. Everything is applicable in the presentation also. But the only thing is, when you want to create a new frame, you have to use slash begin frame followed by slash end frame. Within that, you can use the same concept which you have used for the document article class. Okay, you can use it. And one more thing is, suppose you want to create some animation. So usually we will create some kind of animations in the Microsoft Word. Okay, how we can create animations here. Okay, how we can create animations, and we will see now. Just with that I will wind up. So how can I create a list? And this I talk about point 1. This is one more thing. So we can create the blocks. Okay, we can create the blocks. Okay, I will take one example and I will show. So we can create the blocks. This is very, very important. So in this text I have created block like this. So slash begin block, and what is the block title? And suppose I have created like this. So if you look at here, sorry, it's wrong. If you look at here, so I've created a block. So the box, okay, block means one kind of box is created with a different blue color. If you see, so such kind of blocks, if you want to highlight a particular text, so you can create a block like this. Okay, how can I create a block like this? So by create slash begin block and slash end block, like this you see, you can block title we can. So suppose for example, the block title will be, so there is it is something, or what you say, say it is block title. And like this, you can, if you want to have some important text, you can highlight inside this prints all that something, some story. You can like this, you can write it. Okay, you see the block. So the block is one of the beautiful environment that we can make use to highlight a particular text. If you see, so you want to highlight some theorems, and if you see the pigeonhole principle, and that's what is meant by pigeonhole. The pigeonhole tells about there are n plus 1 object. If there are n plus 1 n holes are there is a at least one hole will occupy the more than one object or more than two objects. So that is meant by pigeonhole principle. That is, you want to keep in the box. You can highlight that like this. This is one of the feature we can make use in the latex. Okay, and another thing which I discuss is this animation part of thing. Blocks I have discussed, definition of the blocks and all those things. There are so multiple varieties of blocks, and we can use the blocks for the mathematics also. We can use the blocks for mathematics, and we can also use anime, what you call algorithms. We can also use algorithms. We can represent algorithms inside your presentation by using semi-verbatim environment. But here in the case of what you call in article we are supposed to use algorithmic and algorithm package, but we are in this case of semi-verbatism verbatism on environment is that by using that environment we can show some pseudo codes. Especially this is very useful for the computer science people, and just but I will show here. Buttons are not animations. Okay, this is how we can make you with this. If you look at here, how we can create the items. Items we can be created using overlays. What is overlay? We will see now. Begin item 1, item 2, itemize, item 3, item. Yes, okay. So if you see here, I will download this PDF. Then things will be clear. So if I want to notice the object, these you see here, what is the animation I created? So the point 1 in the comes the next slide. If you look at the point 1 and point 2, if you look at, so these things you can visualize very easily in external view. So like this, suppose how it is visually look like in the first slide, the point 1 comes. When you click on next slide, so it comes the point 1 and point 2. So in the next slide, point 1, point 2, point 3, like this. So that kind of animation we can create by making use of this overlays. How I created overlays? Item less than symbol. Here it is a greater than symbol, less than symbol, 1 hyphen greater. It means that what is this one says that you have to display this point 1 in the first slide. You have to display in the first slide, and hyphen means in the remaining slide also you have to display. Hyphen means hyphen dash means you can display it in remaining slides also. So 2 hyphen means you have to display this second slide and the remaining slides also. 3 hyphen means second, 3 hyphen means you have to display this in the third item. This part 1 text in the third slide, the third animation. It's the third animation. Afterwards, you can keep retain like this. It may be 3 hyphen, 4 hyphen like this. So by making use of this, this is called overlays. This is a basic overlays, but we can play around this. So this is sufficient, to create the animation among the bullets. Suppose in the first, when you click first, then it will display one bullet. Then the next text will come. Once you click on next, it will display the next item. Okay, next bullet item like this. So you can create the animation among your what you call among your text. Let me download this and down. So let me show. Yes, PDF has come. Wait for a while. So I will show how. So like this, we can create the bullets. Okay, animation among the inside our bullets. So by using overlay, that is called overlays less than one hyphen followed by right greater than symbol. So where one stands for the particular item will be displayed in a so and so slide, first slide, and it also retained in the remaining slide. Hyphen means. So this much is sufficient to prepare the basics slides. If you want, you can explore on your own. If you I will provide this relevant material for you. So and all these stuffs I kept inside of my presentation. So just use that particular relevant codes and you can experience how particular code is behaving. Okay, then things will be more clear. Okay, this basic stuff is required. How we can create the slides and how can you create the animations and all. So remaining things you can experiment on your own by using relevant code which I provided using in my slides. Yes. Yes, if you have any queries, you can ask me. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I'm done with my presentation. I mean, so if you can ask the participant if they have any queries, I will address them.
Okay, sir. Dear participants, if you have any queries, just let us know or else post your question in chat box. If someone has a question, which is easy to work with, MS Word or LaTeX for the sake of a thesis.
Hello.
Sir, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
If someone has a question that which is easy to work with, MS Word or LaTeX for the sake of a thesis.
For thesis, latex is good, ma'am. The only thing is, as long as initially you may feel difficulty, once you are habituated with this, only thing in case of initially you will face. Once you dump your entire text into the latex frame, your .txt file. Afterwards, it is very easy to debug and easy to arrange the text. But where in case of what happened in case of Word file, so suppose if you are changing in some page number 10, so it may affect its preceding slide or its the slides which are after the 10th slide and all. Okay, it may change the content. I mean, it may change the placing and all those things. Okay, placing of the tables and all. It may hamper that. Okay, but in case of LaTeX, you don't have to worry about all those things. Your LaTeX dot class file will place them all the things in a proper way. So my side, everybody will use LaTeX only. LaTeX is very good, very useful tool. So maybe you feel very difficulty by seeing these codes and all, but once you what you need to do, suppose only one piece of code is there to import the figure. The same piece of code you will use for how many number of figures you want to use in your program. You will say copy paste it and you will change the figure name. That's it. Maybe some time is required for preparation of the table, sometimes for the equations, but otherwise very easy and so much of headache is will be eliminated. I mean, because user may not to worry about the alignment and what is the layouts and where is the position and all. So this will be taken care automatically by your dot class file of your thesis. For thesis and research, LaTeX is very useful. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
For these LaTeX is good. Maybe initially they will feel little bit difficulty, but once they are habituated, they will enjoy the what is the difference between the LaTeX and Word. Definitely, I can say. For small documents, it's better to use the Word end, but the thesis will comprise of nearly 150 to 200 pages and aligning all the figures. Suppose if you are changing some text inside your in one particular page and it may affect the remaining pages. It may change the position of the figures and tables. It may give it will create some empty places between some figures and all. That it means the user has to look after all those things on his own. But in case of LaTeX, we need not to. Automatically it will take care of. Yes. Any more queries?
Any other question from the participants?
So all the required material I already shared with you, and in the yesterday itself I shared all the material, and just today I discussed about how we can practically I've shown how we can make use of those things. How can I make the presentations and documents using LaTeX by taking some existing templates in my laptop in my research book. Yes, any more queries? If you don't have any queries, okay, I think I can wind up this meeting. I mean this session. Yes, ma'am. Can I wind up? I mean, can I leave the meeting? Because I have another.
Wait for 1 minute, sir, like couple of minutes.
Okay. Just if you have any query, you can ask me because I have another. I don't know why your voice is coming very low, ma'am. Can you speak a little bit louder?
Any technical issues? Anyhow, I'll just log in with the other business.
Hello. Can you? I'm not getting your voice.
Let's wind up now then.
I can wind up now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you all the participants. Thank you so much, sir, for this session. And participants, please log in by tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. for the session 7. Tomorrow afternoon also we are having the other session. The photos is the validity. The link will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Thank you, sir.